Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, thought I'd do a summer EDC for you. Last one I did was April, it was still quite cold, so the EDC was still quite winterish. So we're just getting out of summer now, but it's still quite hot, still hot enough that you can walk around in just a t-shirt, which therefore changes my EDC a little bit, because one of the main things I use to carry some of my gear is my coat. It's too hot for a coat now, so I'll explain that as we go along. So one major thing has changed in my EDC. If you watch these regularly, I finally got a new phone. So there's my phone, which is I think it's a Motorola G4 Play. Yeah, finally got a new phone, so I've now actually got a smartphone with a case. Not decided what to put in the case yet, because I haven't really had the phone long enough, but I may put some cards in it, maybe some details in there. But I've literally only had this about 4 or 5 days, so yeah. New phone, new smartphone, so I can use it to film. If I'm out now, I could film anytime I want. If I see something, could potentially live stream in different places. So yeah, that's a major uphaul from my old phone, which was a I can't remember, LG Cookie. It was so old it doesn't even go on the internet. So yeah, that's on a prepaid, a pay as you go as well. So I don't have no contracts to pay. So yeah, phone. So smartphone. Put that there. I always like to carry a tactical pen. It's always handy to have something to write with. This is a stainless steel one, so it's quite heavy. Very, very, very sturdy. This would never break, and it's got a glass breaker on it, which when I've tested it can break glass extremely easily. Little taps will break glass. So yeah, if you need a decent tactical pen, go with a stainless steel one or something like that, very heavy for a pen anyway. It's not heavy, but it's heavy for a pen, but it doesn't have to break glass and impact things very well. So yeah, stainless steel tactical pen, got that from GearBest. So, alright, what we've got now. I always carry a little thing of Vaseline, which I've explained before. I get slight allergies from certain drinks and foods on my lips. Sometimes I just get dry lips anyway. So, a bit of Vaseline just to help that. So, next thing, keys. Where are my keys? Right, keys in my back pocket. See, this is the thing, because I've got no jacket, the majority of my stuff has got to be kept in the 4 pockets of my jeans, which I don't really like. So I'll explain that later though. So, keys. What have I got on my keys? I have a Through Night, I think this is a TO1 or something. It's a single AAA torch, titanium, but you can get aluminium versions, you can get black versions. It has 3 settings, one of which is a strobe. I think it's something like, may go up to 500 lumens, but that's a really good little backup torch. If you look at the size of it on those keys, not very big really. And then the only other thing of interest, I have 2 handcuff keys, just for the sake of it. You never know, they may come in handy one day. And I have a couple of random window keys, just in case I'm ever somewhere where I need to open the windows. You never know. I've got window keys, just as a little backup. The only thing I do want to get on there, I can't remember what they're called now, but there's a key for disabled toilets, which someone recommended me. I'll add an annotation to the name. But yeah, those keys are supposed to be good to carry, and if you ever need a toilet or you come across these handicap toilets that are locked, you can use this key to open them. They're freely available on eBay. So yeah, that's my keys. Just your normal set of keys, window keys, handcuff keys. Yeah. A couple of little backup things that you may never need, but are handy. Right, knives. So I have an EDC indoor knife and an outdoor knife. So my EDC indoor knife at the minute is the Ganzo G729 in black, which is a Spyderco copy. I think it's the Paramilitary or the Paramilitary 2 copy with an axis lock. Really nice knife this is. I had this for quite a few years now. It's never had any blade play really. None of the screws have come loose. Still locks up really well and looks good. You can see the quality of it. And I think they're at most something like 15 quid, but yeah, I reckon you could sell those for double that. So that's my indoor EDC. You cannot take these on the street. You're not allowed to carry locking blades in the UK without a good reason. So that's my indoor knife around the house in the garden, because I always do carry a knife because it's always handy. So there's that. And then for my outdoor knife, when I do carry it, which is very occasionally, sometimes if I'm going to the woods or something like that, I like to carry one of these little San Renmus. So this is a non-locking knife with a sort of ball detent slip joint. You can hear it there. Quite tough. They quite strong detent, so probably a better detent than a Swiss Army penknife slip joint is. It's got a couple of little tools, so you've got the blade. You can get this in a different shape, a more sort of drop point tip, but I got this one because I like the Tantos. But I think you can get this version in blue with a different shaped blade. But they've got a flipper. If you flick your hand, you can flip them out. Quite hard though, it does hurt your finger a bit. But because of the little flipper foot, there it is there. Because of that, it acts like a little guard. So it's quite a safe little knife for a slip joint. So then it's got a couple of tools at the back. Seatbelt cutter, Phillips screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, bottle opener and the glass breaker. Pocket clip, tip down. Yeah, very nice little knife. One-handed opening. You can use the flipper or the thumb studs, or as it's got quite hard detent when it's shut as well. It won't open. Yeah, so there's that. A couple of other things in my pockets. As I mentioned, it changes slightly now because of being in the summer. I can't carry everything in my pocket. So a bit of money, because I used to carry my money in the wallet thing with my phone. I can't fit coins in the phone case. I could fit notes in there. So I always have just a bag to put my money in, keep that in my pocket. I always carry a torch even in the day because it can be handy for looking at things, or if you've got a cavity in your tooth, you can use a mirror and the torch to look at your tooth, stuff like that. But a torch can come in handy. It's always handy to have it. But also, if my EDC was at night, this would be part of it anyway. So this is an Archer A3V1. It's a single AA torch. Has a couple of modes: low, medium, high, and a strobe if you hold it down. So strobe is always good. Quite small. Yeah, lightweight. Very nice torch, and you can see I've had that for quite a while. Yeah, very nice, reliable little torch that is, and good size and good power. I think this one is 500 lumens, possibly more. Yeah, that's the ThruNite Archer 1A V3. Very nice little torch. So that's all the stuff I've got in my pockets, and then normally I'd carry the rest in my jacket. Things like a bottle of water, and normally my phone would be in my jacket pocket as well, not in my trouser pocket. So for that, I then have to carry a bag. Right now, depending on what kind of mood I am, sometimes I'll just carry a little bag like this that I can I'll just hold it in my hand. I don't mind walking along with that in my hand, just like that. Just walk along like that. I do. Yeah, it's better than nothing. Or I am tempted to soon test this one out for an EDC bag. I've not tried it yet, but I'm tempted to go with that as an EDC bag soon, but I need to look into it first. So a little bag to carry my last few things. So I always like to carry water with me. So at the minute I'm carrying my water in a 8-ounce flask. Just enough. I think that's about half a pint, that. So it's just enough for a little bit of water. You can get those anywhere. Perfect one would be 10, 12, maybe 16 ounce. would be perfect, but a bit big. So I've also got in here my nighttime torch. If I'm in a different environment where I want something slightly bigger that would do longer range, my modded Maglite is always a good nighttime torch if you're in a bit of a dodgy area. So it is just a torch, but the modifications I've done to it, I've added a lanyard and I've put a switch on the back, and this takes 2 AAA batteries, rechargeable, and has 3 modes and a strobe now. So yeah, Maglite, modded Maglite with some extra options. I do like that a lot. That's really good nighttime torch. That is, you know, all torches are for nighttime, but you know, yeah. And then lastly, see, because that wouldn't fit in your pocket, would it? So you're going to need a bag to carry it. The last thing in the bag is the last thing I would normally carry in my jacket pocket in the sleeve is my little survival tin almost, and a lighter. I always carry a lighter. I don't smoke or anything like that, but a lighter is always handy. And then in here is just some items that I've found daily that you sometimes need and that can be very handy. So first thing at the top there, I won't show you it because it's got addresses on, is a local taxi rank and some other stuff like that. Notepad, always handy. Some plasters, some paracetamols, spare battery for my torch, pencil. The paracetamols and that, the painkillers got the date on them. And then there's a couple of other little things like safety pins, a pen and a pencil, some dental floss. And the other thing that this tin does is I sometimes have to wear a hearing aid. So if it starts to rain or something, I can take a couple of the things out here and put my hearing aid in here, and that'll keep it dry. So yeah, that was it. That was my EDC. So some of the stuff you would have seen before, some of it you definitely wouldn't have. But yeah, that's the difference from, for me, a summer EDC and a winter EDC is the fact that I have to carry a bag to put the extra little bits in. So sometimes it's just that. It may be this in the future, and sometimes it's a cheap record bag, but sometimes the record bag's a little bit too big. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's WeaponCollector E.D.C, summer EDC. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you saw some ideas you like the sound of. If you like the look of any of these products, some of them I may link below so you can try and get hold of them, like the tactical pen and that. And any of the stuff I've got from GearBest, there'll be links below so you can get your own version if you want to. And if you buy them through my links, I'll get a small percentage of what you spend at no cost to you, so you can support the channel that way. So yeah, that was it. That was WeaponCollector E.D.C. Probably be another one in about 3 months. Alright, see you later. Before you leave, if you ever wanted to support this channel, you can now via Patreon or by shopping at Amazon.com and GearBest. There's more info below if you need that. Remember, if you want to get full notifications for this channel, click the bell. And I'll see you later. Cheers.